Today's episode, I'm gonna talk about a topic that is actually challenges and the solutions when someone from technical roles transferring to management roles. And this topic is really interesting to me. Both my parents are engineers and grew into management roles in factories. And so I grew up to observe how they dealt with all of the conflicts and situations, emergencies, managing various factories, how they have been loved by their team members and factory workers. So it had been kind of family legacy. I have 3 generations of leadership experience, started from my grandparents who were in leadership roles and my parents and also myself. I studied science, like biology science in university, and then I managed to work as human resource manager. So leadership has been a key topic, and especially what are really needed by technical people. And when they transition into management roles, it is actually quite tough. And I understand fully how and why. So I took a morning and interviewed my mother, who was a successful leader in her early career. What are the tips of becoming a great leader? Here's top challenges and the solutions she shared with me. And the first challenge most technical people run into are facing human nature. However, human beings are much more complex, and they're like mysteries to most engineers and people with technical background, simply because they haven't had the time experience to deal with human beings and human issues. When we become managers, we have to manage these complex unknown mysteries. Because human beings can make mistakes. They're not like machines. They might not listen to your orders. They might not obey the rules. And emergencies can happen. So these are just some of the examples, how human beings can go wrong. And this would give, a big headache to many of the managers. However, as long as you master some of the principles, and you will be able to manage it better. And we call that leadership. Leadership is a science, a social science. As you can learn those tips, practices of leadership, and then you can master it as well. So learning the ways to lead well will actually help them grow and give them exciting problems to solve and to learn about. And for this challenge in particularly, the difficulties to manage all sorts of human beings, one of the wrong ways would be, to throw tempers at people or force people to obey the rules without flexibility, and this will actually cause more consequences like passive aggressiveness or even lies and revenge from the team members. So a better way to lead requires empathy and patience. So when we run into challenges, we need to slow down and we need to build up the right mindset. We need to be modest. So when your team member commits a mistake, you need to, listen to their explanations and take the proper procedure to find out the root causes of the problem. So you need to approach people with a gentle attitude so that you can learn more about what truly happened and what truly caused the issue, so that you can find ways to prevent similar problems from happening in the future. And when you run into obstinate people, you need even more patience to deal with these people. And a good tip is to find common ground so that you can build upon this consensus and to negotiate a mutually agreed solution to solve this problem. And the second most common challenges is the technical targets. And many technical people would think, well, when they transition into management roles, they will no longer have to deal with technical issues. But this is not the case. And most logical promotions of technical people into management roles are usually still dealing with technical management, which means the main task of the managers is solving technical issues still. So you need to lead the technical team to achieve the new targets in your department. Beyond this, you also need to deal with emergencies and crises on the team level, conduct risk management, and correct the mistakes of your team members. When fixing technical issues, I've seen one of the biggest pitfalls is that some technical leaders, managers tend to rush into the front to solve all kinds of issues because they are surely great technical people. They have great skills and lots of experience to deal with all sorts of technical issues and the problem solving. And yet rushing into the front actually doesn't help the team grow, lowers the team autonomy and efficiency too, because if multiple problems happen, the manager cannot solve them all by himself alone. So great leaders actually will give more space to the team members for them to tackle the issues and may even, offer training to the team members to ensure everybody is on the, similar level of skill sets and the ability of the whole team to tackle technical issues grow in this way. Constant training is actually really important. You need to have certain process going on for your team so that you can ensure everyone is on the same page. And you can also share best practices to each other to empower the weaker employees. Successful leaders can even, create a certain kind of learning atmosphere in their team. So they will have constant webinars internally. And the third challenge is shifting the focus from personal tasks to the whole team. So I know lots of technical experts, when they transition into management roles, they are great at their own technical performance. They can accomplish a lot of tasks on their own. However, becoming a manager means that you are no longer solely responsible for your own task, but the whole team task. So you need to shift your focus from your personal tasks to the team tasks. And you need to ensure your team achieve the group targets together. So you have to allocate more time to talk to people, to check on people and make sure that they're not lagging behind. And this also means, a level up of the responsibility sense. You have to be responsible for the whole team. And you cannot simply quit the whole team when things don't go your way. And you certainly have to gather everyone together and make sure they focus on the team goals and motivate the whole team to stabilize their performance and accomplish the targets on time. Of course, being a manager, you also have a responsibility to check the realistics of the targets. if you think the team goal is unrealistic, and you bear the responsibility to communicate to your up-level bosses. So you can help making sure the team goals are properly set.